Backyard. 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 Backyard.
Well, welcome to the Backyard and J&L Nutritional Consulting again. I'm Mike Butnoff.
My name is Dr. Terry Van Dyke. I'm the veterinarian on staff here at J&L. Here about 2-3 times a week.
Yeah, and today we are just going to talk about the benefits of vaccinating the livestock we work with. And Terry, being the vet, just give a general, nice, simple explanation of what we're vaccinating for in cattle and livestock.
Well, the primary things we vaccinate for in dairy and beef is respiratory problems, trying to prevent pneumonia and problems like that with the respiratory system. And then also reproduction, trying to get the cows pregnant and then also to retain the calf once they are pregnant. Those are probably the two key things that we vaccinate for.
And on the average, keep it simple, how many times a year are most of the cattle getting vaccinated?
Dairy cattle, that can really vary again with the type of vaccine you're using, but generally at least 2-3 times a year you're going to be vaccinating dairy cattle for various things. And on beef, they're out on pasture a lot of times, so we don't have access to them a lot except in the spring and fall when they may be working them.
Spring and fall and the calves when they're going to pasture.
Right. And then at that time too, they may be worming the cattle and putting products on them to take care of any lice or mange, that type of thing.
Where vaccinations are so important to us and for the cattle in the livestock nutrition business, many times when there's problems, we accept it. We're going to get blamed first. Doing the nutrition, doing the feed, and just about every time, not every time, we find out it is what, Terry?
Well, if the animals need to be healthy and need to have a good immune system.
Yep.
So vaccination exposed.
Yep, yeah, it's just not uncommon. We find a lapse in the vaccination program.
Yes.
Or we find farms that they've been a closed herd and nothing's been brought in, so they've gotten along really good for a long time without vaccinating. We've both seen that, haven't we, Terry?
Yep.
And then
one day they may bring in maybe a new bull or maybe buy some new young stock that have some disease that the main herd has never been exposed to. Now you opened up a whole can of worms.
Yeah. And at the Backyard here, from the J&L side, it's the livestock, but the importance in your cats and your dogs and just making sure you do some preventative maintenance is what vaccination really is, to save money. It allows us to feed way less antibiotics, as that's always a topic. When you have healthy calves, Terry, how many antibiotics do you feed?
Well, it really cuts down the amount here. Again, they can fight it off, so you aren't having to treat them.
Yep.
And that's an important thing. And I really feel confident that, hey, we have a very safe food source for our people in the stores and everything, and that they can feel very, very confident. And like you say, keeping the antibiotics levels down. We do have another thing coming on the first of the year with veterinary feed directives, and that's going to really affect our producers. And what it does, it's not all bad in that it's going to keep a tighter control on the antibiotics that our animals are getting, but it's going to involve a little more paperwork on producers' part. But again, we're going to be assuring a safer and better product for our customers.
Yeah, not to disagree. I'm not going to say safer because we're already doing it right.
Yes.
As an industry, we have the safest food in the world. It's just going to be another checks and balance, which we can debate for hours and hours and hours. But it's going to be a good thing. And with good vaccination and proper health management, we don't use a lot of those products anymore anyway. So
right.
So it's going to be all right. When you look at vaccinating, just go through a real simple, like from a baby calf up until it's an adult.
Well,
Just basic.
there are vaccines that you can give when the calf is born.
Yep.
They have maternal antibodies that the calf has obtained from the colostrum. So there's certain vaccines that you can't give at that age. They have to be at least 3 to 4 months of age before you can give some of their, call it permanent or adult shots. So they're going to probably get a couple rounds of that when they're younger. At times when you're getting your animals bred, another key time to get them vaccinated. And then as they get into your dairy herd, they're going to be getting vaccinated at least a couple times a year against the respiratory and the reproductive issues in cattle.
Yeah, so next time you're driving by a livestock operation or visiting with somebody in the family, just realize it's some time-consuming things, but it's a lot of prevention, and it's just to help ensure a wholesome, healthy, safe product to the consumer in the end.
Yeah.
So thanks again. You have any questions, come into the backyard, come into J&L. If you want to talk to Terry, find out when he's going to be here one morning, and he can answer your questions too. So thanks again. See you at the backyard.
Yard. 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 Yard.